वर्त्मने गुरवे मनसोऽतीत स्वरूपमहसे नमः। तस्मै नमः कृपापूर्ण चिद्रसासवसिन्धवे व्यापादितात्मतमसे गुरवे मौनशीलिने। तस्मै विकाररहित विशुद्धज्ञानमूर्तये अभौमालोकपुञ्जाय नमस्ते श्रुतिमूर्तये। तस्मै कारणदेहाय चिदाकाशस्थभानवे निश्चलाय मनोतीत स्वप्रकाशचिते नमः। तस्मै निरस्तमोहाय मूलाविद्यानिवारिणे मौनानन्दघनीभूतविग्रहाय हृदे नमः। तस्मै परमशुद्धाय बुद्धाय सर्वसाक्षिणे गुरवे सर्वलोकानां नित्यमुक्ताय ते नमः। तस्मै विचारनेत्राय विवेकगुणशालिने विज्ञानालोकचन्द्राय नमस्ते बोधभानवे। तस्मै प्रसन्नबोधाय नैश्चल्यसुखदायिने हृदा रामविहाराय वेदहंसाय ते नमः।
नमः परमर्षिभ्यः। हरि ओम। अंतरायतिमिरूपशान्तये शान्तभावनवचन्ति वैभवं तन्नरं वपुषिकुञ्जरं महे किमपि तुन्दिलं महः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। यस्यान्तन्नादिमध्यं न हि करचरणं नामगोत्रं न सूत्रं नो जातिर्नैव वर्णा न भवति पुरुषो नानपुंसं न च स्त्री नाकारं नो विकारं न हि जनिमरणं नास्ति पुण्यं न पापं तत्त्वं नो तत्त्वमेकं सहजसमरसं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। मौनव्याख्या प्रकटितपरब्रह्मतत्त्वं युवानं वर्षिष्ठान्तेव सदृशिगणैरावृतं ब्रह्मनिष्ठैः आचार्येन्द्रं करकलितचिन्मुद्रमानन्दरूपं स्वात्मा रामं मुदितवदनं दक्षिणामूर्तिमीडे वेदान्तार्थविभासकायेतये शान्ताय सन्न्यासिने नानावादिनगेन्द्रसङ्घपवये योगीन्द्रवन्द्याय च मोहध्वान्तदिवाकराय भगवत्पादाभिधां बिभ्रते तस्मै भाष्यकृते नमोऽस्तु सततं पूर्णाय बोधात्मने। अपार सच्चित्सुखवारिराशेः यस्योर्मिमात्रं भुवनं समस्तं गुहाहितं तं रमणं गभीरं चिन्ताविहीनं हृदि चिन्तयामि देहं मृण्मयवज्जडात्मकम् अहं बुद्धिर्न तस्यास्त्यतो नाहं तत्तदभावसुप्तिसमये सिद्धात्मसद्भावतः कोऽहं भावयुतः कुतो वरधिया दृष्ट्वात्मनिष्ठात्मनाम् सोऽहं स्फूर्तितया अरुणाचलशिवः पूर्णो विभाति स्वयम् योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्य किल शक्तिधरस्वधाम्नाम् अन्यांश हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम्। यज्ञार्थात् कर्मणोऽन्यत्र लोकोऽयं कर्मबन्धनः तदर्थं कर्म कौन्तेय मुक्तसङ्गः समाचर। अयं लोकः कर्मबन्धनः। Here Bhagavan says, all are bound in samsara, in suffering, due to the bondage created by karma. And what is the cause for karma? It is kama, desire. And what is the cause for desire? It is avidya. So avidya, kama, karma. Avidya, kama and karma. Avidya, asmita, raga, dvesha, abhiniveshaha, kleshaha. Patanjali in Yoga Sutra says, what is suffering? Kleshaha, various types. And the foremost thing is avidya, ignorance about the self, no self-knowledge. Considering the ego as real, the body as real, avidya starts from there, asmita. Then follows raga and dvesha, attachment, aversion. And tremendous fascination for life, for many things, abhinivesha, attachment. And these are all called kleshaha. So the root cause is ignorance. How can the ignorance be removed? Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya. Bhagavan said only through satsanga. By approaching a jnani and seeking this knowledge of the self, upadekshyandi te jnanam. They will tell you what is anatma, what is atma, your body is not you. What is your real nature? Find out. And once you become successful there, once the mind turns inward, inquires, who am I, what is my real nature, and finds out that the very jiva bhava, that I, the ignorance as I, itself is a falsehood, then the avidya is removed. When avidya is removed, kama is also removed. When kama is removed, no karma. So this is it. So through karma, everyone is bound. Lokoyam karma bandhanaha. People in world are generally bound. Lankai kala katti samsaratra kadaka. Why they are bound? Due to action. So can we be free if we don't act? That is not possible. Yajñarthad anyatra karmanaha. any karma done in the spirit of yajna as Bhagavad Aradhana. And all of you know Bhagavatam. And Bhagavatam starts, Dharma projhita kaitavaha. Dharma itself means a beautiful word. In Sanatana Dharma, we use Sanatana Dharma. So Dharma is a very beautiful word. But Bhagavata says, Dharma free of all deceptivity. Why should that be added? People say Sadguru. Guru, Sadguru. Then you should say there is an Asadguru also. Guru is enough. No Sadguru is needed. Guru is enough. But when you see people parading as Guru and those who are not qualified, you call a great person as a noble Guru. That is all. Like that, here also, Ediki Drishtana Chano? Ediki Chano? எவ்வளோ சிரவணம் பண்றேன்னு பார்க்குறேன். புரோஜித கைதவஹா தர்மா. கொஸ்டின் மட்டும் கேட்கவே படாது. டிசெப்டிவாக இருக்கிற தர்மா இல்லை அப்படின்னா என்ன அர்த்தம்? இப்போ டிசெப்டிவாக இருக்கிற தர்மா இருக்கு இல்லை, தர்மம்ங்கிற பேரில் நம்ம நிறைய பண்ணுவோம். மெனி திங்ஸ் வி வில் டூ ஆஸ் தர்மா, பட் இட் வில் பி டிசெப்டிவ். இட் இஸ் ஈகோ masquerading as dharma. You have some benefit from there, so you do dharma. So that is not real dharma. So what is real dharma? That Sridharacharya, the Tikakara says, Bhagavad Aradhana Lakshano Dharma. That is the Tika, I believe there. Bhagavad Aradhana Lakshano Dharma. There is only one dharma, that whatever you do, all the karma is being done with the attitude that it is Bhagavad Aradhana. It is not for any swartha, not with any selfish motive, not to get anything, but only for worshipping the Lord. Swakarmana tam abhyarchya siddhim vindati manavaha. That is the essence. So Bhagavadaradhana lakshano dharma. So that dharma is yajna. Then it becomes yajna. That is why yajna and dharma are synonymous. Yajnarthat karmanonyatra. You can do karma, but do karma as yajna, as Ishvara Aradhana, not for any benefit, but for let Bhagavan be pleased. Whatever I may do, by that Bhagavan becomes yena santushyate achyutaha, yena tushyati adhokshajaha, by which Bhagavan becomes pleased. Only for that I am doing this action, then that becomes an aradhana, a bhakti. So that will not bind. Otherwise, even noble actions can bind. Even good actions can bind. Hence, Bhagavan says, "Oh Arjuna, you transform every action as yajna. Even this battle, you transform as yajna. The worst kind of action, that is war. Bhagavan asks Arjuna, transform fighting as a aradhana. How to do? Find out no other way. If fighting can be transformed as aradhana, why not cooking? You can easily make it aradhana. In Kerala, formerly, this Shiva Puja in many Nambudri families, they will have Shalagrama Puja in the kitchen. either Shalagrama Puja or Shiv Puja. And that is called Adukala Tevaram. There, on one side the cooking will happen, on the other side the puja will happen. So, kitchen itself is a temple. There on one side the puja will happen, worship will happen, Aradhana will happen, and Chamayal நடந்துட்டே இருக்கும். அப்போ சமையல் கட்டு நீங்க வந்து குளிக்காம ஏற மாட்டேன், ஒரு ஆச்சார சுத்தி பாவம் இல்லாம நம்ம போக மாட்டோம், என்னவோ பண்றதுங்கிற மாதிரி பண்ண மாட்டோம். அதெல்லாம் கோவிலா இருக்கும், பகவத் ஆராதனையா இருக்கும், அப்பதான் நடக்கும். அப்போ kitchen becomes, Vivekananda said somewhere, the only thing perhaps which I don't accept is what he said, our religion has become a kitchen religion. Why not? Kitchen is the most sacred place. So kitchen religion should begin in kitchen, in cooking. When food should be made a sacred thing, holy thing, prasad, Bhagavad Aradhana, then it becomes real kitchen religion. I don't know. Krishna kuda kitchen already. Yeah, Krishna kuda kitchen கூப்பிடுறோம் இல்லையோ. அப்போ kitchen religionவே இருக்கட்டுமே. So the religion becomes divine when it starts from kitchen. There also it should become yajna. The kitchen should become, cooking should become yajna, cleaning should become yajna. Somehow you have to transform your official duties also as yajna. Don't ask how. Nobody can guide you because it is your prarabdha. You have to find out. The worst prarabdha Arjuna has, that is fighting. That Bhagavan says transform as yajna. How to do it? There is no other way. You have to do. If you rightly do it, you will be like me. At last you will be free of all fighting. You will be always pleasant. When Gandhiji was about to go to Pathans, these Afghanistan people are called Pathans. They were very, very fighting type. Even now they are like that, fighting people, very hard people. So when Gandhiji decided to go there for a meeting, everyone advised him, don't go there. They know only one thing, that is fight, fight, fight. And you know what Gandhi said? He said, I am also a fighter. I will teach them how to fight without anger, without violence, without any enmity. So he went. He went there, and hundreds of people, they have arrived there with gun in their hands. All of them were carrying a gun. And you know how Gandhi began his talk? He said, are you all afraid? He asked. Nobody has dared to ask them this question. He asked them, are you all afraid? Only people who are in fear will carry weapons. See, I have come without any weapon, with free hand. The first person to put down the weapon was Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan. And he became a great follower of Gandhiji. So again I am telling, I am not speaking about Gandhiji or his philosophy or teaching or anything, but just to highlight this aspect, that even in politics, spirituality can be brought. If you cannot bring spirituality there, you can never rescue a person like Gandhi, because his prarabdha was politics. Arjuna's prarabdha, the only other example that we can show is Gandhi only. Arjuna's prarabdha was politics. He was in the nasty politics. And there Krishna says, bring in Adhyatma there. If you cannot go to Adhyatma, to Uddhava, the teaching is entirely different. In Bhagavata, in Gita, Krishna said, know that Jnanam is the ultimate. But remember, you have to act now. Karmani eva adhikaraha te. You have adhikara, right only to act now. The same Krishna told Uddhava, even if you feel like acting, even if you feel the urge to do karma, don't do. Give up everything, renounce everything, give up all attachment, go to Alakananda and meditate. So, Adhikari Bhetad Upadesha Veda. Adhikari is different. To Uddhava, Krishna said, Tvam tu sarvam parityajya. You renounce everything. Tvam tu sarvam parityajya. Sneham svajana bandhushu mayaveshya manaha samyak samadrik vicharasvagam. Nadriyet karma chodanam. Nadriyet karma chodanam. Even if that karma chodana comes to you, don't listen to it. Just give it up and walk out. That is the Upadesha for Uddhava. But to hear to Arjuna, Bhagavan says, karma you must do. And transform that karma is yajna. Somehow you have to find a way to transform it. Mukta sangas samachara. Become a liberated being and do your duty. Out of freedom do the duty. Not out of bondage. Not out of the feeling of I have to do, it is my duty, what to do. Not like that. Just see, I am doing, like that do. Like a krida you do. Mukta sangas samachara. In Ashtavakra Samhita there is a shloka. It says, Kartritva dukkha martanda jwaladagdhantaratmanaha. Kutaha prashavapiyusha dharasaram rite sukha. And there is, it is like a terrific sun, blazing sunlight. Bangalore people cannot understand that. You have to come to Tiruvannamalai in the month of May or June to see that blazing heat of sunlight, that heat, and that heat, like that is this doership. I am the doer, I am the enjoyer, and I am doing karma. Kartritva dukkha martanda jwala, the flame of ignorance which burns you day and night. For him, there is only one cooling tirtham, and that is, you are not the doer. You are not the doer, you are not the enjoyer. There is no karma for you, you are free, you are free, you are free. So this is Mukta Sangaha, without any attachment, become so light, Arjuna, and act. Yoga Vasishta says how it is like the feather of a peacock. The yogi is so light like the feather of a peacock. On the other side, the yogi is so unmovable like a mountain. Bahihi pichagra taralaha antar merurivasthitaha. Inwardly, he is like a Meru Parvata, unmovable, immovable, and outwardly he is so soft, so gentle, so weightless, like a feather of a peacock. You should have this combination of jnana and karma in you, thus without any feeling of oppression of doership. With absolute lightness, O Arjuna, work in the world. You will not get bound. Be free. Okay, we will enter the next shloka. Every time we can say Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. No doubt. Problem. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Every time we listen to this, suddenly Viveka, oh, Bhagavan is speaking. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Sahayajna Praja Srishtva Purovacha Prajapatihi Anena Prasavishyadhvam Eshavostvishta Kamadhuk. The Prajapati means Brahma, the creator. Brahma first created all the prajas. While creating itself, he created this yajna spirit also. It is not like that there was stone age, then copper age, then gold age. All these things are not acceptable to us. Whatever these people, evolutionary theory people say, we don't accept. If you argue too much, I will say there is no creation. There ends everything. So we don't accept this, that people were aborigines, unevolved people, and slowly evolved to reach our state. If we accept it, I am the most intelligent person. My father is little foolish. My grandfather atta vadikattina muttal. And great grandfather is very, very foolish person. If you go and trace up to the source, who is in the source? Ishvara is condensed what? He is condensed. So prajnana ghana, it becomes ajnana ghana. So we don't accept that theory at all. We don't accept that theory. The Purana says, in the beginning there were enlightened beings. And slowly their enlightenment was eroded by Prakriti and they became less intelligent. That looks more intelligent. Everywhere you see, any field you see, anything that comes from the source will be perfect. Always example that I feel is Valmiki wrote Ramayana. After Valmiki, many poets came. They should have improved the language, but nothing has happened. Even Kalidasa says, I am only imitating him. Nobody can surpass him. Tyagaraja Swami came, Dikshidhar came, Shama. They were all from the source. After that, people should come who have superseded Tyagaraja. It is not possible because any creativity that happens spontaneously from the source will be perfect. Then what human beings do is to improve and go this side, that side with the mind. Other things are all by the mind. When it arises from the source, it is not from the mind. It is pure spontaneity. It is direct explosion of consciousness. There it will be perfect. After that, all things are all improvement, all our study, training, practice, sadhagam, everything is with mind. There, it will be here, there, anywhere. That is all within the framework of Maya. So their differences can be there, but in the beginning, hence here Gita says, in the beginning, when Bhagavan created, he created people with absolute renunciation in their very beingness. That is why we call it as Satya Yugam. No falsehood, no deception, all truthful, all Tyaga, Yajna, everything was there. That is why olden works also, when we see so much truth, so much discipline, so much Tyaga. Now what is the state? So much knowledge, zero wisdom. mere pride only, ego only, arrogance, no tyagam. So, in the very beginning, Bhagavan created enlightened beings with tyagam. And Bhagavan says, this tyagam is your kamadhenu. This yajna is your kamadhenu. You live with this yajna spirit for the well-being of all, then you will also flourish. This is the Upadesha. This must be the Upadesha for all. You think about yourself alone, then neither will you flourish nor others. You think about the well-being of all, you will also remain well. So this is Saha Yajnaha Praja Srishtva Purovacha Prajapatihi Anena Prasavishyadvam. By this you flourish. By this you propagate, fulfill all your requirements. This Kamadhenu is a cow which will give whatever desire you have, it will give that thing to you. Just imagine if you have such a cow, it will be terrible. That is why Kamadhenu is not there in Kali Yugam. You have a dirty Kamadhenu now, this mobile phone. You desire something, order, it comes and you create problem for you. 1 minute, all money gone. Money comes, whatever things are all happening, So the real Kamadhenu is given to those who have Tyaga Buddhi, renunciation. Okay. Ishta Kamaduk, whatever desire is Dharma Aviruddha Kama is there, it will give. With this yajna, you worship all the divine beings. Next shloka is that Devan Bhavayatanena Te Deva Bhavayantu Vaha Parasparam Bhavayantaha Shreyah Param Avapsyatha. With this yajna, you worship the entire Prakriti. Devaha means each limb of Prakriti is a Deva. Sun is a Deva, moon is a Deva, clouds are Devas, Parjanya Devata, Agni is a Deva, Varuna is a Deva. For our ancients, the entire existence was throbbing with life. They never considered anything as a dead matter. For them, everything was alive. Not only alive, it was all divine. The very language is different. The Vedic language is different. You see, when this corona was eroding here, rampant, at that time, all our media people, government, they were all using a very nasty language of conquering corona. Fighting with it, conquering corona, trying to fight. This was the language. But you go to the tribals in the village, they will speak about worshipping that disease, worshipping it as a devata. There will be a feeling of holiness, sacredness. They never consider it as a negative thing which should be fought with. Some disease comes, even if somebody dies, that also they consider it as a sacred thing. Divine Mother came. Divine Mother has come in the form of disease. Worship her. Do aradhana to her. The very attitude is much refined than all our educated society. The so-called illiterate, uneducated, tribal people are much refined than our so-called educated, intellectual giants. அப்படிதானே பேசிட்டு இருந்தோம். சண்டை போடு, ஜெயிக்கிறது. யார்கிட்ட சண்டை? அந்த சாமானமே காணும், எங்கே போய் சண்டை போடுறது? என்னதுன்னே யாருக்கு ஐடியா இல்லை. It should be learn to worship the terrible. As Vivekananda said, worship the terrible, then only you transcend the terrible. So, okay. Devaha. So the entire existence is full of devas. When they considered a river as a devata, they never polluted the river. They never spat in the river. துப்பு கூட மாட்டான் தண்ணி. மகாபாரதத்தில் எங்கே ஒரு கதை வருது, ஒரு பிரம்மச்சாரி, one brahmachari is being asked to do a yatra and the guru says, do not go to a village where people will spit in the river. Anjali paha. They take water in their hand and put it into the mouth and spit it. When such people are there, don't go there. Such refinement was there. Because you consider that water is alive, water is divine, the river is a divine mother, and fire is a deva. When you see that glorious dawn, it is Sakshat Surya Bhagavan. Hiranmayena patrena satyasyavitam mukham Tattvam bhushanna pavranu satya dharmaya drishtaye. With that golden radiance, you cannot see more a splendorous divine vision in any temple. கொரோனா டைமில் கோவிலுக்கு போக முடியல. ஆத்து வாசலில் இருக்கு பெரிய கோவில், தேவதை முன்னால் வந்து நிற்கிற பார்க்க தெரியல. மந்திரம் எல்லாம் சொல்ல வேண்டாம், சும்மா பார்த்தா போதும், தியானம் வந்துடும். You need not chant any mantra, just look at it, you will have meditation. What radiance! Even if you meditate, people speak about Surya Koti Prakasham, millions of sun, splendor of million suns. Even one radiant sun you cannot look at. What to speak about million suns? Don't imagine anything. Bhagavan is right before you. If you want to see God in form, the most beautiful, radiant God is every day giving you vision. If you fail to look at it with bhava, even if Shankachakra Gadabani comes to you, one day you will look, next day you will not even care to look at him. Aru boru nama. அதனால தான் நமக்கு அவ்வளவு ஜொலிச்சுன்னு இருக்கிறத பார்த்து சந்தோஷப்பட்டுக்க முடியலை. போர் அடிக்கிறது, எல்லாம் போர் அடிச்சு. ஏன்னா போர் அடிக்கிறது அதனால இல்லை, நம்ம தான் போர். தனியாக இருந்தால் போர் அடிக்கிறதுங்கிறோம் இல்லையா? People say when they are alone they get bored. Why should you get bored when you are alone? Only you are there and you are a full bore. That is why you get bored. You need somebody else, something else, not to get bored. This should change. Learn to respect underneath the soil where your feet is touching. It is Divine Mother. Prithvi Mata. Veda says this Prithvi is Mata. You never lose your mother. It is motherhood. Just think about that feeling of the Rishi. When you have your mother with you, you are a child, not a grown-up person. What a feeling you have about mother. And the Rishi is having that feeling looking at the earth. And looking up at the sky, he says, Dyauhu Pita, it is my father. Mata cha Parvati Devi Pita Devo Maheshwara. Everywhere you have your home. Always you are feeling at home. You are sitting in the lap of father and mother. Soma Skanda Murti Madri Ukandruko. If you, that kind of refinement of emotion, if you have, bhakti is there in every step. You don't need any temple or any special murti, special idol to do such worship. For the Vedic person, entire existence is divine. Everywhere there is Devata. When it is raining, it is Sakshat Vrishti, is coming from Bhagavan. Aham, 10th chapter comes. Varsham, Tapami, Aham, Nigrinhami, Utsrajami cha. When it is blazing heat, that heat is also me, says Bhagavan. And when it is showering rain, heavy downpour, that water is me. If you can see that as Brahman, Sarvam Khaluvidam Brahma, that Jalaniti Shanta Upasita. If you can do that kind of upasana, your entire life will be in inundation, in lahari, in intoxication of divine. இதுதான் சோமரசம். இந்த ஞானத்துக்கு தான் சோமரசம்னு பேரு. இந்த ஞானம் ஒருத்தனுக்குள்ள போயிடுத்தானா அவன் எப்போ சோமரசம் குடிச்ச மாதிரி தான். உமையா சகவர்த்ததேதி சோமஹா, பரமேஸ்வரனுக்கு பேரு. அவர் எப்பவுமே சோமரசம் குடிச்ச மாதிரி தான் இருப்பாராம் பரமேஸ்வரன். அவரோட உமா யாருன்னா அம்பாள், அம்பாள் யாருன்னா சித் சக்தி. இந்த சித் சக்தி என்ன? ஞானம். Atma Jnanam is that Shakti, it is that inundation, that Jnana, the power of Jnana with which the entire existence is divine. And when you see that the entire existence is divine, every action you do also becomes an Aradhana. And when you worship the entire existence with your heart, existence also responds. Everywhere it responds. Ocean will speak, rivers will speak, mountains will speak, sky will speak, earth will speak, plants and trees will speak. All the names and forms that you behold will commune with you, and you will have a constant satsanga. Devan bhavayatanena te devaha bhavayantuvaha. You give to the devas and devas give to you. You offer your heart to them, they offer their heart to you. Parasparam bhavayanda, which like this mutual respect, with this mutual respect, SHRI of Paramapapsyata, you achieve the greatest glory. How beautiful it is. Thus you achieve the greatest glory, O Arjuna. Then you know all the devas in the universe will take care of you. Whatever is needed, you will never be in dearth of necessary things. Devas will come in one form or the other. See, when Rama wanted to make the bridge, Rama Avatara Purusharangiradhu oru side la irukattum. If you take Rama as a Jivan Mukta, a Jnani, because Yoga Vasishta pictures him like that. Valmiki pictures Rama as a Manushya, at the same time as Narayana. Yoga Vasishta pictures him as Narayana, at the same time as a Jnani. So when he wanted to cross the ocean, there is no other way. How to do it? There are monkeys to serve, a squirrel to serve, all the devas are there to serve. The very water is ready to make the rock float. As Aurobindo said, that which is magic to the finite is logic to the infinite. For the ignorant mind, we will always say, it is not possible in my life. Anything is possible. When the omniscient being decides, anything is possible. Yes sarvajnaha, yes sarvaved. The impossible became possible. Ravana was very confident that how can he come here? By the time he thought, a monkey jumped and came and destroyed Mukkavasi Lanka Irichupet. No atom bomb, no nuclear bomb, nothing, simply tail. Tail bomb. Yeah. Eppadi, power, what is that power? Noonam sakalaha. All the Rankavasi, they say, this is Rudra or Yama or who is this? Burning everything. So that kind of power arose when it is needed. Devas, when you need something, Devas, all Devas will come around and work. Swami Vivekananda said, we have to do Dharma Vedanta Prachara in India, and this Dharma should spread everywhere. Then somebody asked, for doing all this we need money. Where will we go? And he said, money? Don't think about it. It will pour down from the heavens because I want it. அவ்வளோதான் இல்லையா? எங்கேருந்து வருவோன்னா தேவதைகள்லாம் ரெடியாக இருக்காப்பா இல்லையா? சங்கராச்சாரியர் ஒன்றுமே வேண்டாம். That little boy Shankara, he wanted nothing for himself. And he went to a Brahmana Graha and said, Bhavati Bhiksham Dehi. And that was a very poor house, very devout people. They were not accruing wealth. They were doing their Vaidika Dharma, Bhagavad Aradhana. They were also taking Bhiksha and living by that. So when this boy went there for Bhiksha, they had nothing to give. Only one Amalaka fruit. While putting that Amalaka fruit, that lady in the house gave that Amalaka fruit with tears in her eyes. Seeing that Shankara was only 5 years old, he asked, why? What happened? Why are you weeping? And that Amma said, a brahmachari has come for Bhiksha to my house. I have nothing to offer. I am in such a situation. My husband also is a very renunciate person. He is not accumulating wealth. He is also living by Bhiksha. How can I offer anything to you? Then suddenly he felt like blessing the couple. How to bless? Just call Mahalakshmi, Aishwarya Devata. He called her Hiranyavarnam Harinim Suvarnarjatasrajam. He just called her Angam Bharehe Pulakabhushanam Ashrayanti Bringanganeva Mukula Bharanam Tamalam Angikrita Kila Vibhuti Rabangalela Mangalyadastu Mama Mangala Devataya. Kalidasan Thotu Pedwa. 5 வயசு குழந்தை. Only 5 years old. Even Kalidasa cannot come near. Such a poetry. Because it arose from the heart, he just invoked Mahalakshmi. The story goes gold just showered. People hearing this story, they also learn Kanakadara Stotram and start chanting, looking at the roof. Nothing falls. Perhaps some lizard will fall. Nothing else. Because they are chanting with desire, constantly waiting for money to fall. Nothing will fall. When you have all the devas, when you have so much love for the devas, devas are there to serve you. When you serve devas, they will also serve you. When Bharata came in search of Rama to forest. They entered a big ashram, Bharadwaja's ashram. The Maharshi was staying there alone in a cottage doing tapas, nobody to help. But when Bharata came, Bharadwaja said, I want to feed all of you. Give you a samaradhana, a feast, a divine feast. Bharata said, Swamiji, I have not come alone. All the Ayodhya people have followed me. So thousands, perhaps lakhs are there with me. How can you feed all of us? Bharadwaja said, don't bother about that. I will do it. You just come with all people, get ready, take bath and come. Everything will be served. Then he went to his Yajna Agni, Kamadhenu. And there took some laja, some grains, and offered it and invited all the devas. Suddenly the whole ashrama was transformed as a big Kalyana Mandapam, big hall, and all kind of divine feasts that is suitable for Brahmana, that is suitable for Kshatriya, that is suitable for all the horse riders. Various kind of food and drinks, everything was there, and all the apsaras, they were there to serve. Devas themselves were there to serve. Such tasty food they never had anywhere. See, these Ayodhya people, they were very attached to Rama. So when Rama went to forest, they followed Rama. But after some time they returned. We are all like that only. Shivratri Tugam Murikanam. Murli Shivratri Aradhana Ratri Pura Chindrakarna. We didn't know Pandan Dorumaniana. Ordinary people are always ordinary people. They can neither give up sleep nor food. So when sleep overpowered, they lost Rama. Here, when Bharata came, they all came with Bharata. And in that Bharadwaja ashrama, they were all very hungry. They were thinking, where will we get food? Then such luxurious food they got. They started conversing. Ordinary people, Samani Janangal Dane Namala Madri, Pesha Aramachanala. In the Madri Asram Munadi Terialia. They were conversing. We have never heard that there is an ashram like this. Otherwise, we would have come earlier. Naiva yodhyam gamishyamaha nagamishyama chadandagane kushalam ramasyastu bharadasyastu tatha sukham. We will neither go to Ayodhya, neither will we return to Ayodhya, nor will we go to Dandakaranya. Let Bharata be happy, let Rama be happy, we will also be happy, we will stay in this ashram. But next day morning, no Kalyana Mandapam, no Sapad, nothing, everything disappeared. So that is the Indrajala of Bharadwaja ashram. So this is like this, Devas come and serve. That is an extreme example, but in our life also we will see when we have respect for the entire existence, nature will cooperate with us. In various forms, divine beings will appear. Some in form of some human being, they will come and help. They will enter some human being and help. When you serve Devas, they will enter your wife, your children, or your husband and help you. Devaha Dharadi Rupinaha. In Kali, that Bhagavatam says, sometimes they will enter the mind of your wife, mind of your husband, mind of your children, mind of your relatives, mind of your neighbors and help. The help will happen. So, you worship the Devas, they will worship you by mutual respect and devotion. Live happily. Ishtan bhogan hi vo devaha dasyante yajna bhavitaha tair dattana pradayebhyo yo bhunte stena eva saha. So that is an aradhana, because annam is a sure object that can worship. Flower or tirtham or gold, all these things you can have only when your stomach is full. ரொம்ப பசிச்சுன்னு ஒருத்தர் வந்திருக்காரு வச்சுங்கோ, அவர் உட்கார வச்சு அச்சுதாய நமஹ அனந்தாய நமஹ கோவிந்தாய நமஹ அப்படின்னா அவன் அப்புறம் திருப்பி ஒரு பூஜை பண்ணுவான் பசிச்சுட்டு, இல்லையா? அதுக்கு பதிலாக பசிச்சுன்னு வரும்போது ஒரு இலையில இவ்வளோ சாப்பாடு கொடுத்தா அதுதான் தேவதா பிரசாதம். வைஸ்வதேவ யஜ்ஞம்னு பேர் இருக்கு. This is called in the Vedic terminology as Vaishvadeva Yajna. Even when a dog comes with hunger, you give food, its whole body expresses the joy. That is an aradhana. So feeding a dog, feeding a cow, feeding birds, not only human beings, all creatures, worshipping them with annam. Annam hi praninam jeshtham. A roga of everybody. The roga is hunger. Chut vyadishcha chikitsatam. So, annam is a subject which we should meditate. What to eat, how to. When Bhrigu went to Varuna and asked for mantram to meditate, Varuna said, I will give you few mantrams. Annam pranam chakshushrotram mano vachamiti shadaksharam. He gave him 6 mantras. Annam, first is the food, then prana, then chakshu, eyes, then shrotram, then mind, then word, vacha. You meditate on these 6 things. You meditate on food, you meditate on your vitality, how to manage it, how to discipline it, how to keep it alive, energy level. Then you meditate how to use your eyes, what to see, what not to see, how to keep the vision pure. Then you meditate on your shrotram, what should we listen, what we should not listen. Then you meditate on your mind, how to keep your mind meditative, not unnecessarily distracted. Always the mind should be kept in a higher plane of meditation. How to reach that state? Constantly burn the inner contemplative energy for that. How to awaken mind to higher plane? Manaha. Chakshushrotram manaha, then vacham, how to use the word, how to convey what you realize, how to convey, put it in words so that people will not misunderstand, they will get the essence. So these are the things that was given by Varuna to Bhrigu so that his tapas becomes successful. Very, very, very practical, very scientific. Food should be first put in perfect discipline. When you burn food, from food comes prana. Annat pranaha, pranair balam, annena pranaha, pranair balam, balena tapaha, tapasa shraddha. So first from annam comes prana, energy. You eat, you will get balam. And how to convert that energy as meditative poise. So these things, all these things we have to work out in our life. Slowly, slowly, slowly we have to work out in our life in our own way. in our own way we have to. The more and more the goal of that yoga sthiti shines forth in our mind, the more and more we will try to adjust our entire life according to it. As Krishna said, Sarveshu Kaleshu Yoga Yukto Bhava Arjuna. Arjuna, remain in that yogic state always. How? Find out. Because if the body is not alright, if the food is improper, body will not cooperate. Then you cannot remain in that meditative state. So first learn with an unprejudiced mind what to eat, how to worship food. That is the worship of food. Then manage the prana. That is the Yoga Shastra. Then how to deal with all the senses, eyes, ears, taste, everything. Then everything is put into order, then tapas becomes successful. 90 years or 100 years old Shabari, she meets Rama, and Rama is having a conversation with Shabari in Ramayana. Rama asks, "Oh mother, have you controlled your food?" At the age of 100, Rama is asking, have you gained success in controlling food? Abhite niyata ahara. Your ahara is niyata now? Have you reached a balanced diet? Have you reached a balanced pranic life? These are the questions that Rama is asking a sannyasini. She is a monk, a nun, and such old age. She has been living in tapas, in solitude for so many years. And kachitte niyatah kopaha aharasya tapodhane. Have you controlled your anger? Have you transcended anger? Are you able to keep the thoughts in stillness, the mind in stillness? All these questions are being asked to a very old tapaswini, because so many years of striving is needed. So much of striving is needed to gain such success. Hence, this annam is a very sacred thing. It is not only for me, for all the creatures annam is needed. So we should share our annam with every creature. Once, one person came to Kanchi Paramacharya and he said, I want to do Sahasra Brahmana Bhojanam, a yajna, where 1,000 Brahmins are being fed, given food. Brahmins means, it is why Brahmins alone, that question will come these days. Generally others will not come to eat. Brahmins will, generally they are considered as poor. Other varnas have to take care of them. That is why it is so. So they were fed with food. So this yajna I want to do. Paramacharya said, I bless you. So he went. When he went away, an old lady standing nearby, or party, and that Amma came to Paramacharya and said, I also want to feed some Vedic Brahmins, but I have no money with me. What to do? Then Mahaswami said, why? You can feed lakhs of people, not few. You can feed lakhs, millions. She asked how. She said, take some rice in a bag every day, walk around Kanchipuram, and wherever you find an ant hill, put the rice there. And in each and every ant body, know that it is Narayana who is eating. It is Vishnu, Ishvara himself is eating through the body of that ant. Whether you feed an ant or a human being, it is all same. Hunger is same and taste is same and eating is same, everything is same, and the punya is also same. So you go on doing this, you can feed millions. But remember to see Bhagavan in that body, Ishvara in that body. With that bhava, you distribute rice. That is enough. And that old lady started doing that as a great yajna. So even a poor person can do yajna. You don't need all this ostentatious arrangement. You can do simple sharing of what you have with others. So this is yajna. That is a very beautiful thing. Yajno yajnavadir yajva yajnango yajnavahanaha yajnabhrityajna krityajni yajnabhukyajna sadhanaha yajnantakrityajna guhyam annam annada evacha. Vishnu Sahasranam. Along with yajna, what comes is annam and annada. Annam is also Bhagavan, annada is also Bhagavan, yajna is Bhagavan. And one who makes a yajna successful is also Bhagavan. Okay, we will enter next shloka. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Annad Bhavanti Bhutani Parjanyadanna Sambhavaha Yajnat Bhavati Parjanyo Yajnah Karma Samudbhavaha Karma Brahmodbhavam Vidhi Brahmakshara Samudbhavam Tasmat Sarvagatam Brahma Nityam Yajne Pratishthitam. All the secrets of spiritual success is hidden in yajna. This is the essence of these two slokas. The entire secret of a person attaining spiritual fulfillment lies hidden in the power he has to renounce, to do sacrifice for the sake of all. Swami Vivekananda, before he gave up his body, he called all his disciples in Bengaluru and he spoke to them and he said, I love all of you so much. I love you so much that I want to see you serve others and die for that cause. ஏதாவது குரு இப்படி சொல்வாரா? He says, அவர் என்ன சொல்றாருன்னா, உங்களையெல்லாம் எனக்கு ரொம்ப பிடிக்கும், அதனால் நீங்க பரத்தியாருக்கு சேவை பண்ணியே உயிரை விடணும்னு ஆசைப்படுறேன். அப்படி உயிரை விட்டா நீ இப்பவே முக்தி அடைஞ்சிடுவேன். பரத்தியாருக்கு சேவை பண்றது மட்டும் இல்லை, அது சோஷியல் சர்வீஸ் இல்லை, ஈஸ்வர ஆராதனையா பண்ணணும். அது தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும். இல்லாட்ட வெறும் சோஷியல் சர்வீஸுங்கிறது வந்து புண்ணியத்துக்கு ஏதோ பிரயோஜனம் போகும். இட்ஸ் எ ஸ்பிரிச்சுவல் ப்ராக்டிஸ். As a spiritual practice, when you do it, then you will be liberated. ராமர் பிரிட்ஜ் கட்டினாரே, அது என்ன பிரிட்ஜ்? பிரிட்ஜ்னா மோக்ஷ மார்கைக சேத்துன்னு பேர். It is the bridge for moksha, liberation. Like that, when a great spiritual mission happens, people come and serve. I will serve, I will serve, just like a squirrel. I will do the part I can do. I will do the part I can do. All get liberated. Because such a mission, such a spiritual energy flow comes in society very rarely. When a great being manifests, along with him, just like when Shiva walks, the Ganga will be flooding from his head and flowing. Like that, when a Jivan Mukta walks, a energy current of like a river will be flowing from him. And that whoever enters it gets liberated. That is Ganga Snan. Whoever enters it gets liberated. Who is ready to serve for that? Those who sacrifice their ego in that altar, they get liberated. Because ego cannot be easily sacrificed. It needs an overpowering presence. In that presence, it easily subsides. But if you artificially try to put it down, it will again arise. ஒரு சந்நிதி வேணுமே. ஒரு சந்நிதி கிடச்சுடுத்தானே அங்கே அப்படி போய் ஆஃபர் பண்ணினோம்னா நம்ம போயிடுவோம், இல்லாமல் ஆகிடுவோம். ஏதோ ஒரு இடத்துல அபிமானத்தை தியாகம் பண்ண சந்தோஷமாக இருக்கலாம். ஸோ இங்கே பகவான் says நித்யம் யக்ஞே பிரதிஷ்டிதம். All these things are very well laid in yajna. Sarvagatam Brahma, Nityam Yajne Pratishtitam. This Brahman means Veda, it means Brahman also, it means spiritual essence. The spiritual essence that we are all seeking, it is hidden in Yajna. It rests in Yajna. It is kept in Yajna. You should be ready to do sacrifice. There is no other go. There is a great research done in the Upanishad, Mahanarayana Upanishad. What is tapas? Kim tapaha? Just inquiring whether it is satyam, whether it is dharma, whether it is prajananam. Everything is inquired. At last they come to the conclusion. Yajna is the greatest tapas. Yajna means sannyasa, means tyaga. Nyasa eva terechayat. Nyasa yesham tapasam atiriktamahu. The greatest tapas is renunciation, ready to renounce, sacrifice for a higher cause, for a divine cause. When a person is ready to sacrifice, in that is hidden all the goodness, spirituality blossoms there. From that tyaga, spirituality blossoms. We think spirituality comes by all kind of making every arrangement, money, lot of money in bank, everything is put there and sit in a meditation room, meditate, nothing will happen. Your God is already safe in bank and your faith is there, security is there. That easy it is not. So when real sacrifice comes, Bhagavan manifests, Ishvara manifests. Yajna is the secret here. Sarvagadam Brahma Yajne Nityam Yajne Pratishtitam. Sada Yajna Vidhi Pradhanatvad Yajne Pratishtitam. Okay. Then where is this Yajna? Brahma, where is this Brahma Pratishtita? It is an Akshara Samudbhavam. Akshara means what? Aksharam Brahma Paramam. Akshara is this Atma which you feel within you as I, as Jiva Bhava. Avyakto Akshara Ityuktaha. The Jiva is Akshara. The Aham Vritti Bhava is Akshara. So, any Abhishavanam that you have to do here. Any impact of some Yajna you have to see here in the heart, in you. One great saint, somebody asked, Swamiji, we are doing dana, giving money or things to others. When will we know that we have sufficiently given? That Swamiji gave a very beautiful reply. He said, when really the giving gives you pain, that means it really touches you. You really feel that you have lost something, yet you feel happy. It means you have millions of dollars and you give 100 rupees donation. You are not at all affected. It is not going to have any impact in you, nothing. It's just a money which ஒன்றுமே இல்லை, அது ஏதோ கொடுத்து விடும் இல்லையா, பணத்தோட விஷயம் மட்டும். அதனால தான் காந்திஜி வாஸ் ஆல்வேஸ் சேயிங் ஃபிசிக்கலி யூ ஷுட் கோ அண்ட் டூ சம்திங். பணம் கொடுத்தா கூட நமக்கு அவ்வளோ இம்பேக்ட் வராது. பணம் கொடுக்கறது கொடுத்துடுவோம், கை காலை போய் அங்கே போய் ஏதோ சேவை பண்ணி உழைச்சோம்னா அதோட இம்பேக்ட் டீப்பாக நம்ம மேலே தெரியும். It is not money more, at many times money will not have that kind of impact on us. But if you go physically serve, physically do something, a joy will arise. You have to find out what becomes yajna. எது யஜ்ஞமானது நம்மளாவே கண்டுபிடிக்க வேண்டியிருக்கு. அன்னாத் பவந்தி பூதானி, we have already chanted that. All creatures take birth from Anna, and where from Anna comes, food comes, it comes from rain. Parjanyad Anna Sambhava. And where from Parjanya comes, Yajnad Bhavati Parjanya. Cloud happens through Yajna. Here modern mind will work. They will say only Yaga is done, rain will come, utter foolishness. Now nobody is doing Yaga, still rain is coming, so much rain. It is not that. The entire nature is doing yajna, and rain is the effect of that yajna. Sun is doing his yajna, and because of that sunlight, clouds are forming from the ocean, and then wind is doing his yajna, then rain showers, then earth is doing his yajna of absorbing it. Then Oshadhi Vanaspati, all the herbs, plants, vegetables, everything is born. So entire nature, this Vedic yajna is only a small miniature form of something which we do by learning from looking at nature. All the devas are doing yajna. From their yajna you learn and do some yaga or yajna or puja, something. That is only very small thing. But entire nature is constantly doing yajna. So yajnat bhavati parjanyaha. This rainwater comes from the yajna done by Prakriti. Yajnaha karma samudbhavaha. So too, in your life you should have yajna, and that yajna can happen only when you do some work, physically serve others. In that you bring in that sacrifice attitude, then yajna comes. And real karma, what is karma? Brahmodbhavam vidhi. Karma arises from what the Veda prescribes. Vedas tell you, do this, don't do that, that you should always obey. That is one meaning. Another meaning is every action arises from the inner self, inner Atman, and subsides there. So the karma has its source, avidya, kama, karma. If you remove the avidya, you will find that karma ends in akarma, in the Brahma, in the Adhisthana. So there, karma brahmodbhavam vidhi means the karma has no real existence in one's real nature. Once you know that, your action becomes non-action. Karma brahmodbhavam vidhi, Brahma. And what is this Brahman? Brahman is not something outside, it is Akshara. It is within you as your own aham, 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 aham. It is your I. It is your own consciousness. And once you realize it in your heart, Sarvagatam Brahma, the all-pervading Brahman. Wherever you see, Brahman is the all-pervading reality. And that Brahman can be realized by yajna, by sacrificing your I, ego in the heart. This is the two verses. Thus, a chakram, a wheel of dharma is constantly making move in nature. One who refuses to walk that path of dharma, he is a sinful person. His life is a waste, says Bhagavan. Next shloka. Evam pravartitam chakram nanuvartayati hayaha aghayurindriya ramo मोघ Mogham partha sajivati. Evam pravartitam chakram. Thus, a wheel is going round and round and round, the wheel of dharma. Everyone has to move according to it. One who is not ready to follow it, one who interrupts it, Adalu Rapashruti Vartina Aghayuhu, his life is a waste, is a sinful life. Indriyaramaha is addiction to senses. When you get too much addicted to sensual joys, pleasures, then comes transgression of dharma. And that transgression of dharma, such a person, Mugham Jivati, his life is a waste, O Arjuna. Hence, never do that. Live with the spirit of yajna. Constantly know that a life led with sacrifice alone is worth living. A life of tyaga alone is worth mentioning. So this is the message of Karma Yoga. We will continue it tomorrow evening. Morning also we have our satsanga, Vivekachudamani, morning 7 o'clock. Today we started. It's also basically in Tamil, but in between I am speaking English, but it will be mostly in Tamil. Vantam nityamanakasham paramakasham namanayasam paramayasam maya kalpitananakaram Shmamanathamanatham pranamata govindam paramanandam govindam paramanandam bhaja govindam paramanandam govindam paramanandam bhaja govindam paramanandam Vrindaraka gana vrindaradhita padabjam Kunda bhamala mandasmera sudhanam suhridanandam Vandyashesha mahavandyanam padadvandvam Vandyashesha gunabdhim Pranamata Govindam Paramanandam Govindam Paramanandam Bhaja Govindam Paramanandam Govindam Paramanandam Bhaja Govindam Paramanandam Eti Yashoda Tadana Shaishava Santrasam Vyaditavatra Lokita Loka Lokajatu Dashalokayam Lokatraya Puramulastambam Lokalokamanalokam Lokesham Paramesham Govindam Paramanandam Govindam Paramanandam Bhaja Govindam Paramanandam Govindam Paramanandam Bhaja Govindam Paramanandam Yato mama bhavasi tvaiva tato na vachyam mama kinchidasti yathata veshtam Kurumam tathaiva tvama anatham